So let's talk about beverages that can deplete nutrients. One of them is alcohol. Alcohol can actually deplete something called thiamine, which is vitamin B1, as well as magnesium, which is a missing mineral in our diet to begin with. Actually, we need magnesium to activate thiamine. So thiamine has to be activated into a certain form called thiamine pyrophosphate for it to actually work, and that requires magnesium. So by actually inducing magnesium deficiency, you can actually inhibit the activation of thiamine to its active form. So alcohol, we know for a long time, can cause what's called Wernicke's encephalopathy. Basically, that's end stage thiamine deficiency. So you lose more magnesium and B1 out in the urine when you consume alcohol. And as the number of drinks increases, this effect gets worse. So that's something to be aware of. What's probably more relevant to more people is coffee and caffeine, which can deplete numerous nutrients. Now, this isn't to say that coffee or caffeine is bad, but it's just something that you need to be aware of. Coffee can deplete salt. It's one of the biggest salt wasters out there. 4 cups of coffee will cause a half a teaspoon of salt loss. 2 cups of coffee will cause you to lose 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt out the urine. So it's not just a diuretic, which causes you to lose water. Coffee and caffeine is actually primarily a natriuretic and a chloriuretic, meaning you lose sodium and chloride out in the urine, which is salt. You also lose potassium too with coffee. It's not nearly as much of an effect as salt, but it is a fairly significant amount. About 4 cups of coffee will cause you to lose about 500 milligrams of potassium. So you need more potassium, you need more salt when you consume coffee, but you also need more vitamin B1 or thiamine as well, because coffee can actually break open the thiazole ring on thiamine and inactivate it. And even if it bypasses that inactivation, coffee itself can reduce the absorption of thiamine or vitamin B1. So you want to space out coffee from foods that you're trying to get vitamin B1 from, or supplements, thiamine supplements, because coffee can inactivate thiamine. Only if you're taking certain forms of thiamine, like allithiamine, that does not seem to be affected by coffee. But again, it can basically inactivate thiamine and reduce thiamine's absorption. So vitamin B1 is another nutrient that coffee can deplete people of fairly quickly. Coffee will also decrease taurine reabsorption at the kidney level. So you may need more taurine as well if you are consuming coffee. So if you're a coffee drinker, taurine, salt, and thiamine are 3 nutrients that you may need more of if you are consuming. Like coffee, tea actually is a very big inhibitor of vitamin B1 or thiamine. It also similarly inactivates thiamine like coffee does. So if you are a big tea drinker, you just want to make sure that you are ingesting your thiamine either, let's say, about 4 hours after you consume coffee or tea, or you consume your vitamin B1 about an hour before. That'll allow it to be absorbed, and then basically, it's not going to inhibit the absorption after about an hour. So tea is another beverage that can reduce vitamin B1. So we have tea where you need more B1, coffee where you need more B1, salt, and B1 taurine as well. So salt, taurine, and vitamin B1 with coffee you need more of. And then alcohol, you need more magnesium and you need more vitamin B1. So just be careful of those 3 beverages. You either want to space, basically your thiamine, vitamin B1 foods away from coffee or tea. Or basically you want to, supplement with certain forms of B1, and make sure you are also not overdoing alcohol, because that can lead to B1 and magnesium deficiency.